Hey guys, it's Incred from 751. I got a couple of requests on combat videos and how to fight people and what's the strategies on fighting people and doing KE since we got KE coming up. So let me go ahead and talk about a couple of these things. Um, First off, let's talk about unit types and what kind of units in your APCs to attack with, what affects what. If we go to my APC list and we look, is you'll see there's a huge difference between APC 1 and APC 2 and destruction power. So this APC is using fighters, this APC is using vehicles. As you see, the destruction power is lower on that. If you know about destruction power, then you'll know that when you attack someone with it, it doesn't mean you're going to do, you're going to kill more units or anything. Destruction power means is how much durability damage you're going to do to that base. So if you attack a base with fighters, you'll end up zeroing it faster than you would with vehicles. And if they have a lot of troops, then that's a bad thing because you want to be able to kill as many troops as possible. So you want to zero as many times. So when doing KE, attacking with vehicles is normally always going to be better. Also because it's faster. So for example, if I were to attack this base, it's going to be 2 seconds with vehicles and 9 seconds with fighters, right? So normally I could teleport right next to the base like I am right here, march and attack, and it'll take 2 seconds. I don't have to speed it up, or I can just sit there, watch it, and be totally fine. Whether if I attacked with my fighters, I would have to speed it up because 9 seconds, that gives them quite a bit of time in order to run away. So there's always that possibility. When it comes to KE, but generally just use vehicles if you can. Unless you've fought this person before, they're using shooters and their shooters are just countering your vehicles, and you can use fighters instead to counter their shooters if have heroes accordingly and whatnot. But for right now, at the stage we're at, just worry about attacking with vehicles. Attack with vehicles, it'll go faster. You're going to use a lot less diamonds on speed ups, and it'll make your life easier. But let's go ahead and go into how to prep for kill event. There's a couple things you want to do. First off is in the diamond store, you want to go to this war page and then buy these 50% march accelerations. They're going to make your life so much easier. You're going to be able to get hits on people that otherwise you normally wouldn't be, or you're not going to be exposing yourself as much. Just sitting there waiting for your launches to attack, you can TP in, hit someone really quick with the speed up, and then TP out and you get out of there. Some people like to buy advanced teleports, but they're really not worth it because you can teleport with 2,000 diamonds and it doesn't ask you every single time. If you buy them, sure, your choice, but I'm totally fine teleporting around with diamonds. But for this video, for demonstration purposes, I did buy a bunch of speed ups, and I'm going to use this base right here as an example on a couple tactics on how to fight. There's the very traditional, which is, I'm sure you've probably seen many people do it. You TP here, TP right next to them, you get a 2-second march time, you march and burn their base in 2 seconds, right? It's what everyone does. It's super simple. But the issue with this is if it's a big base, the second you hit make the leaderboards, someone's going to see you, someone's going to click here, go to the news, they're going to see that you burned them, they're going to check location, find your location, TP in, and burn you before you can get out. People are really fast about doing that. They got really fast systems. I mean, if you see, it's really not going to take me that long to get to this base, TP in here, and then start marching. So be very careful about doing that. If you have a big target you're going to hit, you only need to hit them once. You're not going to try to zero them. A better strategy is to bookmark the coordinates of them. We're going to go a little bit farther away, depending on how many speed ups you have. We'll teleport away. We'll go to the bookmarks. We'll launch an attack. As you see, it's going to be 1 minute, but a march. And if I use speed ups, you see it's now, I already just hit, and the attack was about 2 seconds long, right? It really didn't take me that much longer as opposed to being right next to them. And then now when people go to the leaderboards, they go see the base got burned. They're going to see this, but they're going to see your trail, so they're going to have to try to scroll down to try to find you. And then once they find you, then they'll TP there and then attack you. And it'll take them a lot longer than if you were TP'd right on their base. So that's another strategy. There is, like, if you really have a lot of diamonds and a lot of speed ups and you're not too worried about it. There is like, the power player version of playing, and that's just basically just going super far out. So you don't even have a chance for other people to really scroll to you and hit you. They'll normally TP far out here. They'll go launch an attack and then speed up from here. And then as you see, same amount of time, it just costs more speed ups, and then you hit someone. And you're so far away that some people are going to take forever to scroll away, and they won't even bother scrolling to you. If they do, then you get plenty of time to TP away. A couple of things to keep in mind with the new rule changes is if you have an APC marching out, you can't use a random teleport. You have to use an advanced teleport. So normally what I'll end up doing is just click the map, click somewhere random on the map, probably not your teammate, just click, and then advance TP away, and then you're good. If you're worried about this spot, then just go into your inventory and use a random TP now, but normally that should be enough to just open up the map, click somewhere random, and then go there. Another couple of things to make sure when you're doing kill event is under city buffs, make sure you use your attack buff and your defense buff. Don't worry about false army, anti-scout. If you're going in Clash of Zones, make sure you pop your ticket before hitting some big ticket, big ticket players that are going to give you a lot of points. But besides that, that's really all there is to fighting. There's two strategies when it comes to Clash of Zones kill event. Some people like to play defense. Some people like to play offense. Say if I was going up versus State 77, right? So let me search for 77. Normally in kill event, what people would do is scout bases, right? So they'd see this base and say, oh, it's unshielded, let me bookmark this. And then they'd bookmark it and then keep scrolling around and waiting for the kill event to actually start. So that way they have all these bases bookmarked and ready to attack. That's a strategy, but some people are just lazy. And what they'll do is they'll sit in their own state and they will just wait in the chat room. They'll see a little check mark pop up here, go to the news, click the location, TP in, hit someone, and they'll just play that way. I mean, it's a totally valid strategy to play. The first way kind of gets a little tough because there's only so many inactive players on KE to hit, and there's always going to be active players that are not shielded and not getting zeroed. They got plenty of troops, and you're going to have to try to hit them. I just want to go over one thing. If you do use any kind of auto clicker, you can use auto clickers to speed up marches. It's really possible. I'll just show you, for example, I'm super far away. It's a 9-minute march, but I can make this march pretty much instantly. If I go march, speed up, and boom, base is pretty much gone. You don't even see the march time. It's already done. It's just, I don't know if they're going to fix this or not, but if you see those marches that are basically instant, you can TP march, use the auto clicker on speeding up, and you'll be getting instant hits on people. So if there's people teleporting around too fast, that's the easiest way to take people out. Guarantee yourself getting a hit in during kill event. Making sure you get that hit is more important than making sure you burn people, because even if you do fail, you get more points for killing enemies attacking a base than you do, just winning a siege itself. It really heavily favors attackers because you get points for losing units when sieging. You don't get points for losing units while being sieged. So make sure you're always the attacker. Make sure you never get burned. And that's pretty much it for KE. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, comment below on what you want to see next, and I'll get to you on that. Thanks. Bye.